So I was pleasantly surprised to read note number 41 in Insight to Emptiness, Kinsur Jampa Tektok. It says, Majjhima Nikaya 44, the sutta of shorter series of questions and answers, Kula Vedala Sutta. This sutta was spoken by Bhikkhuni Dhammadina. Bhikkhuni Dhammadina. So I was really surprised and also very happy. I'm not so familiar with Pali scriptures, but I haven't heard of many that have been spoken by and featured women. So I was really curious, what is this sutra have to say? Wow, it must be really amazing. And it does not disappoint. So in one sense, it's the Dharma, and whether it comes from a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter. That's just an identity. And in another sense, living in a male-dominated society, in a male-dominated world like we live in, women's voices have been canceled, nullified, deleted from histories, and they haven't been able to be heard and respected like they should be in order for us to gain this wisdom from women. So I was so happy that this sutta exists. It starts out, thus have I heard. So it doesn't start out, my brother's, nephew's, wife's, neighbor's friend told me. It says, I heard directly, which is saying that, establishing the veracity of this sutra. On one occasion, the Blessed One was living at Rajgaha in the bamboo grove scroll sanctuary. Then the lay follower Visakha went to the Bhikkhuni Dhammadina, and after paying homage to her, he sat down to one side and asked her. So already this is amazing. He's a man in misogynistic India, and he is paying homage to a woman. This is incredible. So already my respect for Dhammadina is increasing. Wow. And I'm like more and more curious. I want to know everything about this person. Luckily, there's note 459, which gives us a little bit more information about the context of what's going on in this situation. Visakha was a wealthy merchant of Rajagaha and a non-returner. Wow. So this is a very special person. This is his last life in a desire realm, and he's just about to become an arhat. Amazing. Ajahn Brahm? Ajahn Brahm describes this as the exit lounge, where he's so funny, where they're just about to get on the plane, you're just about to get on the bus, and you're just waiting to get off. So he's just about to become an arhat, just on the cusp. And he's talking to Dhammadina. His former wife in lay life, whoa, she had attained arhatship soon after her ordination as a bhikkhuni. So she must have created tremendous amounts of wisdom and merit even before she was ordained, because soon after she was ordained, she became an arhat. Amazing. She was declared by the Buddha the foremost bhikkhuni disciple in expounding the Dhamma. Wow. Again, so every sentence, my respect for her and my curiosity and amazement just increases more and more and more. These are amazing people. If the Buddha is declaring you the foremost, number one, best in expounding the Dhamma, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Pat on the back, 2 thumbs up. That's amazing. So these are two extraordinary people having an extraordinary conversation. They're not just talking about normal, everyday, how's the weather things. These are questions getting to the very root of our reality, the very heart of the Dharma. And he doesn't beat around the bush. He gets right to the point. His very first question is, personality, it is said. What is called personality by the Blessed One? So this is the very core question of what it means to be us. What is our identity? Who is it Who is a gyatso? What does it mean to be a gyatso? He doesn't hold any punches. This is his very first question. And she says, from Visakha, these 5 aggregates affected by clinging are called personality by the Blessed One. So she's associating the 5 aggregates as, yes, these are the psychophysical aggregates that we often cling on to. And he asks, origin of personality, what is called the origin of personality? And she says, it is craving. Cessation of personality, what is this? She said, it is the remainderless fading away and ceasing of that same craving. And the way leading to cessation of personality, he asks, what is this? And she says, it is the Noble Eightfold Path. So, this sounds familiar. She's talking about the Four Noble Truths, the very first teaching of the Buddha. So she's not making up her own trip. She's speaking directly in line with the Buddha's teachings. And then he asks about personality view, the Noble Eightfold Path, formations, concentration, cessation, all these deep questions again and again. This is not a normal discourse. This is a deep and profound teaching from an incredible woman. And then the funny part is the ending, because he just keeps pushing it and pushing it. He asks about counterparts, things that go together. When you have one, you have to have the other. What is the counterpart of ignorance? True knowledge is the counterpart. What is the counterpart of true knowledge? Deliverance, she says. What is the counterpart of deliverance? Nirvana, she says. What is the counterpart of nirvana? Friend Visakha, you have pushed this line of questioning too far. You were not able to grasp the limit to questions. So I think the Pali Sutras are hilarious. There's so many jokes there. So like a child just asks why again and again. He's doing the same thing. And she says, all right, I've had enough. If you want to keep on asking questions, go ask the Buddha and see what he says. So Visakha does. He goes to the Buddha. He tells the Buddha about the conversation he just had. And the Buddha says, the Bhikkhuni Dhammadina is wise, Visakha. The Bhikkhuni Dhammadina has great wisdom. Not normal wisdom, great wisdom. If you had asked me the meaning of this, I would have explained it to you in the same way that the Bhikkhuni Dhammadina has explained it. Such is its meaning, and so you should remember it. This is the Blessed One said. So the lay follower of Visakha was satisfied and delighted in the Buddha's words. So the Buddha at the end gives his stamp of approval and says, yes, Dhammadina has said a perfect, amazing thing. And just like she encourages him to study and to remember it, the Buddha encourages Visakha to study and remember it. So we should study these incredible scriptures and also try to remember them and apply them to our life. And we would not have this incredible, profound sutra if this woman's voice was stifled and put down and not able to be brought out into light. So we all gain from this wisdom. So if half of our world population is being discriminated against and we can't hear their profound words, we're the ones who miss out. We're the ones who don't gain this wisdom, and we can't grow in our practice and become Buddhas and help other people. So I want to encourage everyone, just like the Buddha's Tibetan Nuns Project, this is one avenue where we're encouraging nuns and giving them the resources that they need so they can gain more knowledge and learn more and be able to teach us so that we can continue to practice this amazing path and get closer and closer to Buddhahood for the sake of all beings.